What's happening, world of social media and everybody else? Um, just want to speak on this Baltimore situation. There are a lot of opinions. A lot of them are. Some people are supporting what took place. Some aren't. Some people call it ignorant. Some people are saying that it was just frustration. When we allow frustration as individuals, especially adults, to be done in a manner to where it destroys the community that you live in, then that's a problem. It's okay to be frustrated. I'm not saying we can't be frustrated as individuals because of injustice, but when you allow frustration to cause you to have a tantrum that's a problem. We, again, I'm not there, so I can't say what the feel is, but from this perspective, on the outside looking in, media is a big part of the problem that exists. The media paints a picture of black people in a light to where we look like violent, aggressive people. This has national coverage, and the national coverage is doing exactly what they've been displaying for many years. Many years they've been making black people and black society look like goons, thugs, troublemakers. There's very little that you see on the news from the black community that is positive. But you see the murders, the killings, the first 48 episodes, etc., continuously defiling the black community as if there is no positive there. Not everyone has been to a black community. Not everyone knows and can relate to what black people deal with in police brutality or driving while black, so to speak. So in that light, when you begin to act out of frustration, you now stamp what is being said. But the second point I want to make is, when you stamp what they say or what is already portrayed, what you do is you create more fear, because you have now made the statement true that black people do not know how to act in a time of protest or whatever it may be. So now, whenever there's a situation where there is not justice, or there is something that takes place with a black individual, now the situation is heightened before it even begins, because others are in fear of their life or in fear of aggression or attack because they don't understand. We can't expect other people to understand where we come from if where we're coming from is the same thing that they're saying that is existing. Meaning, if they say that we're violent people, but every time there's an instance, there's a riot, then that does make us look like violent people once the media gets a hold of it. Take the time, man, and really look at this situation from other people's angles instead of being just a black person. Understand that what we put out is, or what we are in this situation is, what we're putting out is exactly what they've been saying and the media has been depicting for many years. So if the media is already saying we're thugs and crooks and criminals based on their 5 o'clock report, and then we turn around and loot, steal, and burn, then we're stamping what is being said. So be careful that you're not fitting the stereotype. Even though stereotypes are wrong, we can't get rid of them. They will always exist. Things of this country has always been based on color, wealth, or poor. Everything is based on segregation. Whether you want to believe segregation is only a color thing or not, that's up to you. But everything in this country is done and based on segregation. Height, weight, color, even light skin, dark skin. Everything of this country is about segregation, and we have to get away from allowing these type of things to affect how we act and how we live. Be responsible for your actions, and be the one to show that black people aren't violent, crazy, uncontrollable thugs.